Hi, I'm Jillian Gallagher, Literacy Academic Coach with Pittsburgh Public Schools, and this is a practice for initial sound identification. When we're doing initial sound identification, the purpose is to have students recognize the sound at the beginning of a word, and then we'll connect that to a letter so that we're building the letter sound knowledge. One of the ways that we can do that is by showing multiple pictures and having students pick out a sound that is different. So we're using discrimination. The pictures up on the screen are moon, books, muffin, and milk. You can say them with me: moon, books, muffin, milk. Which pictures start with the sound made by the letter M? Let's go picture by picture. Moon. Does moon start with the sound? Yes. What about books? Does books start with the sound I don't hear it. We'll come back to it. Let's go to the next picture. Muffin starts with the sound made by the letter M. Milk starts with the sound Let's go back to books. What sound do you hear at the beginning of the word books? B. Book starts with the letter B, or the sound B. Good job. Which pictures start with the P sound made by the letter P? Pig, pancakes, sun, and peas. Let's say them again. Pig, pancakes, sun, peas. Think about the way that your mouth moves when you're saying the beginning sound of each of these words. Let's start with the first picture. Pig. Do you hear the P at the beginning of the word pig? Pig starts with the letter P, or the sound P. Let's go to the next picture. Pancakes. Do you hear the sound at the beginning of the word pancakes? P is a sound that we can't drag out. So when we say the word, we may say it multiple times so that we can really hear that beginning sound. Pancakes does start with the letter P, or the sound P. What about sun? Sun. That doesn't have the same beginning sound. We'll come back to it. And the last picture is peas. P. P starts with the letter P, or the sound P. Let's go back to sun. Let's say the word again. Sun. What sound do you hear at the beginning of the word sun? S. S is the letter S sound. Great. Let's do another one. Which pictures start with the T sound made by the letter T? Dog, tongue, turtle, tomato. If you have a student who says that's an apple, you can just give them the correction that it's a tomato. Sometimes our pictures look the same, but we're working with students to help them understand that it doesn't matter what the picture actually is, we can still identify the beginning sound. Let's start on the left. Dog. D. That doesn't sound like the letter T sound. We'll come back to it. Let's go to the next picture. Tongue. T. Tongue. Tongue starts with the letter T, or the sound T. Let's go to the next picture. Turtle. Turtle starts with the letter T, or the sound T. Turtle. The last picture is a tomato. The sound at the beginning of the word tomato is T. Let's go back to our first picture. Dog. If you make the sound dog, the beginning sound D doesn't have the same shape in your mouth as the sound T. When we make the T sound, our tongue touches the top of our mouth. So dog starts with a different sound. than the letter T sound. T. Dog starts with a D. Which pictures start with the short A sound? Pumpkin, alligator, apple, ambulance. Let's say them again. Pumpkin, alligator, apple, ambulance. What about pumpkin? Does pumpkin start with the sound? Because our mouth makes a different shape, it might be easier for you to realize that pumpkin does not start with a short A sound. Alligator, alligator. I hear the short A sound at the beginning of the word alligator. Alligator starts with the letter A, or the short A sound. Next picture, apple. Apple begins with the short A sound, or the letter A. Ambulance. Ambulance has a little bit of a different sound because it's an A and an M together, like the sight word am. But it does start with the short letter A sound. If you say ambulance, it sounds a little bit distorted, but the word is also printed on the side of the ambulance, so we can have students use that as a clue as well. Ambulance starts with the short letter A. Going back to our first picture, pumpkin. We have that puff of air coming through our mouth when we make the beginning sound in the word pumpkin. Pumpkin starts with the letter P. Which pictures start with the letter S or S sound? Some students remember the letter S sound because it sounds a little bit similar to the hiss sound that a snake might make. Let's look at these pictures. Sandwich, snake, smile, and nest. Which pictures start with the S sound? Let's say them again. Sandwich. Sandwich starts with the S sound, or the letter S. Snake. Snake starts with the S sound, or the letter S. Smile. Smile starts with the letter S or the sound S. Let's look at nest. You may have students tell you that they hear the S sound in the word nest, and that's true. You can tell them that the letter sound S is in the middle of the word nest. And this might be an opportunity for you to segment those sounds to show students that nest does not start with the S sound, but they're correct if they hear it later in the word. Nest starts with the letter sound N or the letter N. Great job. If you're practicing this at home, you can look around your house or when you're out in the world and use any word to help you practice finding the beginning sound. Students can initially start by just identifying the beginning sound before connecting it to an actual letter. But we want to build up those skills so that when students are starting to sound out words and write independently, they can hear a sound and connect it to a letter.